I'm back. Sorry about that. My small child needed something and I needed to heat up my coffee. You know, that's how it goes. Okay, so where was I? I put on my BB cream from Kula, which is amazing. It's completely natural, completely organic, beautiful, very sheer. I'm using my Giorgio Armani liquid sheer highlight. So I pat that into my eyes. Anywhere that you typically would be using concealer is where I'm putting it rather than using a concealer because it's just really, really soft and thin. We don't want to have any caking and anywhere where you would actually see shadow. So I got a lot of shadow going on. So you'll see what I do is probably very different than much of the bloggers and YouTubers. And again, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it's what's kind of worked for me. So now I'm going to go, the next part I like is Benefit What's Up. This is a great little stick for, again, doing some highlighting and contouring, always sticking to the cream base. So I actually just put it on, without trying to stretch my skin here, underneath the cheekbone, top of the nose, top of the lid. It does have this little spongy thing. I never used it. I don't know. I like my own brushes. I'm going to grab another Jane Iredale brush. And I just want to make sure that's patted in. One trick I learned, which I really loved, gosh, what was his name? I'll get it for next time. He is an amazing makeup artist, and he was talking about when you have large pores to actually kind of buff in your foundation. I'm not using foundation today, but if I were, like an evening or something, I really love that trick. Instead of putting it on with your fingers or even a sponge or anything, grabbing a really nice brush, actually would be more of like a flat edge, and then sort of buffing it in, and it's really gives a beautiful flawless finish. He was fantastic. I'll get you his name next time. He was really good. Okay, so another thing I have, which I like, have nothing left, is the Clinique. Again, another highlight. I've got a lot of highlight going on, ladies. And I'm just gonna grab a titch of this. And I like to kind of go on the inside of my eye for this one. And directly under my brow bone. I actually do it right on top of my brow bone. So again, this is kind of like daytime makeup if I were to actually wear makeup. I'm not gonna lie, half the time I just do my BB cream and some lip gloss and I'm out the door. But I thought today I'll try to look my, put it together a little bit. Okay, so got that on. Ooh, that's fantastic. I don't want to do a lot of eyeshadow today. One thing I do, I know that when the ladies are baking, I kind of do my own type of baking, but again, not using a whole lot of powder because just, powder kind of sits into those creases, doesn't really, can sometimes make you look a lot older than younger. So, I don't know. Sorry, I'm back. My philosophy is you kind of, maybe 32 and under, you can stick with the baking unless you have really beautiful skin. Certain people can for sure. I just haven't found it work for me, but each to their own. So the next thing I have here is my Charlotte Tilbury, fantastic product. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow, really nice. This was the only powder I really use on my skin if I'm going to use anything, because it still goes on really sheer. It's buildable if you need it to be, and I actually like this for caking, believe it or not. So I will put my brush and I'll just get a little underneath the eye. I'm going to put it anywhere again where I have any shadow. So all about the shadows. And I'm just gonna let that sit there while I do I'm gonna do a little bit of eyes, not a whole lot. I'm just gonna basically do a really simple wash over my eye. So this is the Chanel. It's kind of like a cream eyeshadow. I love this. They come in all different colors. This I like, which one is this? This is the Porphyry Profound. I need my glasses. So it's nice. Again, you can use it with a brush or with your finger. You can go on really light. You can go in denser areas if you want with the brush. But it gives you just a really nice wash. Kind of a great color for everybody, I found. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to use a brush. Just because I can. So, I got one of these little guys. Don't ask me what all the names are of these brushes. I have no idea. It looks like this. I don't know. What is it? Eyeshadow brush? I don't know. I'm no expert. So, I'm gonna get a little bit, tip it off. You don't have to do too much because it's not a powder, but still I just like to make sure there's no excess. And what I typically do is I start on the outside, top of the brow bone. I just want to actually just kind of create a little bit of depth on my eye without really looking like I'm wearing a whole lot of eyeshadow or any makeup at all. Is this the no makeup look? Something like that, I guess. That's just my everyday look. Okay, so then once I kind of am happy with what I got going on there, I kind of just take it in all over the eye. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Here's the thing, everything's falling to the floor, so I kind of got to lift myself up a little bit to do this, so I can make sure that I'm getting a really nice, smooth, and even application. Another great thing about this product is it really doesn't move. I don't ever use setting spray, all those types of things. I probably should. Maybe I'll start to try. I haven't found one I loved. But this really, like, you put it on early in the morning and it's good until you hopefully get to wash your makeup off at night. And then again, just kind of bringing it down. You know, if any of you paint or draw or illustrate, you understand about shadow, dimension, and that's really kind of just all we're doing on the face. Okay, so I got just a really light wash. Oh, speaking of wash, this situation needs to be washed. That's another day. Okay, so then I got the incredible You Go Girl. You Go Girl. It is kind of like a, what do I want to show you? It's kind of like an iridescent-y gel, if you will. So it will take on the color though that you put your base on. So the undertone that I just had on was sort of a burgundy, cooler kind of purple. So what I do with this little guy is I'll take a touch on my brush and just again wanting to ensure that I'm just keeping some lightness. I go under the eye and I'm going to go on this side. Okay. Now careful, we've done some baking, so we don't want to kind of get that all clumped together. But I just want to ensure that I'm keeping everything kind of light where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, that is that. I got fancy things you can use for your brows. Where is it? This guy is great. It's called Gimme Brow by Benefit. Oh, sorry. I don't think you can see that. Gimme Brow by Benefit. Great little guy. You can throw it in your bag. I love a faux brow. I think one thing that as we get older, people, the brows tend to get a bit thinner, just like everything else. The hair gets thinner, and it's, you know, something that a strong brow just always gives more of a youthful look, I find. And so doing it as naturally as possible, of course, is great, especially for the look we're doing today, because it's, you know, a daytime kind of look. Teensy little brow, and I just kind of go in, and what I want to do really is just pick up those hairs and brush them out. Again, kind of doing a little lift. And brushing it out. All right, that's it. Not rocket science, all I'm saying. Also, I have a toothbrush, Colgate. If I find that it's just a little bit too makeup-y looking or dense, I'll just give it a brush. Okay. So another thing I want to do is just kind of go on top of that low light I had done earlier, and I'm doing it again with, I'm just using the other side right now, sorry, of my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to let that kind of sit for a second as well. A really small amount, I mean, as you get a little bit older, you start getting thin in the temples, so we want to really make sure that we're not putting more darkness in there. We want to just still keep this light. I know a lot of ladies, they put filler in their temples. Some people really like that look. I don't like it. It kind of just makes your face look round. I already have really big cheeks naturally, so I think I'm just going to look like a big round bowl. So I'm kind of just working with what I got. So that's it. Okay. Next, eyelash curler. Every once in a while, I do like the extensions on, just because it makes life so much easier to just walk out the door. You have eyelashes on, really, again, BB cream, lip gloss, you kind of look like you've done something as you're dropping off the kids. But I don't have them on right now, so I'm going to do a little bit and a little bit. Now it's your choice at this time. A lot of times, if I really want to just look very natural, I won't even put on any mascara. I'm going to put on a titch today, and you'll see kind of what I do. So I mean, it's been around forever. I've used it forever. It's the Voluminous L'Oreal. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. It's fantastic. Nothing, you know, I've tried all the expensive ones. This one I just seem to always go back to. So, and I don't go on the inside, y'all. I stick just to the outside because I don't need to create any more shadow in that inner quarter. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit on the bottom. Again, just kind of from here out. Now, if you're just doing a little bit, it's not going to look weird, you know? If you have a whole lot, then it's going to be like, oh, why does she have mascara just on half of her eyelashes? Yeah, I just did that. And again in here. Okay. While they're wet, I kind of just separate them. That's it. That's all. Okay. So, we're coming to the end. All right. We got some blush. Again, I would rather use some lipstick or nothing rather than using a powder blush, because if you do have larger pores, you're starting to get fine lines, powder blush is just not going to, it's just not going to look good, ladies. So I like the orange, just kind of goes with my coloring, but you know, use whatever you like. So first thing I'm going to do first though is I'm going to do some blending. So for any of that highlight I did do, let's blend that out. Matte